always play ball, never AWOL. Oh, they mad now, cause they lost. That's on you, not on me. Lately my phone on D&D. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. My phone right back on D&D. It's like only rest if RIP. I got my wife, I got my kids. Probably got a few friends that I don't need. Not fake, never been fraud. Been great, still a little flawed. Always need sign when they call. Order up a drink while I'm sitting at the bar. Like, I need a strong tail, Nico make two. Honey Jack with a little bit of juice. CYA throwing up the dose. I'm all in. Little grub at black and blue. No sauce, that strip got juice. For dessert, I just need a little mousse. I'm starving. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. Need what I want what I need. Need what I want now. Like 1, 2, 3, giddy up. Heard you thought it was a drought, is you serious? Make one call, turn the city up. Cop a little attaboy for the pick me up. Standing on the green like Wimbledon. Match point set serve, going for the win. Try to stay humble, still going do it big. Don't assume I'm cocky, I'm confident. Earned every dollar for the time I spent. Hard times, they come and go. 10 toes, I never fold. I can never, ever, ever go. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need.
All right. Let's get this going real quick. Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear. A little bit of EDC Q&A action. Answer that goddamn phone. Let's get this going real quick.
I'm here with you, damn it.
And you can slice. You can slice the face. You can slice the chest.
But you know what? It all comes back to one thing.
It's got the fun.
But it's not for children, no. I'm fucking with grown folks right now.
Come on, man.
Raiders, make sure to remind folks to put Q colon in front of their question so that grabs my attention.
Put a Q in front of it.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Goddamn YouTube correctional officers. I hope they pay you well.
Glad everybody stopped by, having a real good time, my guy. Rocky coming through, letting know he shoot goddamn rope for the bug out.
Pause.
Ron, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Ian, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
You know, they're gonna be like, he was a good man. Yeah!
Make sure you pedal the like button. Put me back in the goddamn algorithm.
Emotional, damn it.
Fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on.
I think that everybody's on Sabenza's balls. They got them both cupped with the hands, like kind of like this. Like, let me cup them for you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chris, you know you got the goddamn hooked on phonics, sir. Here we go. I'm ambidextrous.
What more do you want from me?
I'm not a goddamn mathematician. I don't think Dwayne is here. My resident mathematician.
Let's get this going real quick, man. Hit that goddamn like button. Hit that like button. Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. Having a good time so far. My name is Marine X. I'm just kind of sitting out, man. Just kind of rocking out. Man, I just told myself I was sitting here just doing a little bit of editing and kind of just chilling out. And I told myself, well, I might as well just kind of, just kind of make some EDC Q&A action happen. All right. So if you got any questions, man, put a Q colon in front of your comment or your question. It does kind of help me see it a little bit easier, see a little bit better. We're going to talk about what I got in the pocket today. We're going to talk about some stuff I saw at SHOT Show, which I thought was interesting. I already kind of did my SHOT Show summary video, but there was some interesting knives I saw there. And I don't know if this is a trend that's going to continue to happen within the everyday carry community, but I find it very interesting. We can also talk about some SHTF stuff, pausing on tariffs, and just our price is really going to increase, all of that good stuff. But if you're already here, give yourself a hand clap. Congratulations, man. You got a good head on your shoulders. Good head on the shoulders, man. So I want to just kind of light up, kind of just chill out, and really just enjoy the afternoon. Finally got all the damn kids to go to sleep. I'm in dad mode. No, Boosie, listen.
Come on, man.
Bruh, sometimes when you're in dad mode, it be like that, man. It really do be like that. And so I just told myself, let me just see how I can make some different things happen. And do I get a little bit of opportunity to just kind of chill out as well. Birdman, I see you already in the mix. Appreciate you coming by and appreciate the confirmations as well. The Goodfellas 973. What up? Hopefully you're having a good one. You're having a good time and a good day. EDC for fun. It is kind of freaking fun. You're right. You're correct, sir. Everyday carry itself is pretty freaking fun. Thanks for already being outside with your boy and all of that good stuff. Living with Parkinson's. Well, how's it going, everyone? Hopefully it's going well for you. Hopefully you're having a good day. Load out EDC. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're having a good day as well. Adventure Man is outside, says, what's going on, everyone? Hey, Semper Fi, see you out there. Hopefully you're having a good time, man. All the channel members, I appreciate y'all always making that stuff happen. What is your favorite fixed blade? Now, my favorite fixed blade, I guess that's kind of I don't know if I have like a favorite all the time. I have a favorite fixed blade company. All right. So it's kind of like this weird one-off thing because, I've gotten some fixed blades from a lot of different companies before. The crazy thing is for me personally, my favorite fixed blade company, at least at the moment, has to be Montana Knife Company. I like the type of fight that they have in them. I like the fact that it's American made. I like the fact that they are, I mean, they're kind of unapologetic with this stuff. Okay, they just make the different things happen. I just so happen to have a Battle Goat sitting on my desk here. This is kind of going to be my EDC for the next couple of months whenever I carry a fixed blade. I like the Battle Goat itself. Very good looking knife, Magna Cut blade steel, G10 scales. Fantastic actually detailing on the scales itself. It's just a dope knife. Okay, let me see if we can make it see a little bit better. There we go. Super dope knife. I'm a big fan of this. I like the fact that they don't have like the biggest stock ever. You always are kind of wondering when you're going to get your opportunity to get your hands on this thing. And it's kind of like, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that probably close behind them, has to be a close second, is going to be Randall Adventure Company in their line of SE knives. I like the different variations of them. For the longest time, I carried the SE number 4. That 1095C steel is really good for outdoor use. But I kind of fell in love with the Montana Knife Company. I like the fact that they're just kind of really unapologetic when it comes to America. All right, just like America all day, every day, and that makes me feel really good. It looks really good too. It's just a really good looking, like a setup. So if you're looking for something, sometimes it's kind of hard to get your hands on their stuff. It's kind of hard to know like when you're going to be able the opportunity to get your hands on the Montana Knife Company. But that's kind of like my go-to when it comes to fixed blade. Now it's funny enough because when I need to process a kill, I like to just use, I think it's the Wild Knives brand, or it's a brand you can get at Walmart. But like for actually processing a kill in the field, I like maybe it's called the Outdoor Knives. I forget the name of the brand, but I like the set that has a knife that won't cut the bladder open by accident. I want a knife that won't accidentally cut the buttocks and spoil my meat. I want a knife that's really good at cutting the lats off, cutting the skin off. That Montana Knife Companies can do that. SE Knives can do that. But I just like buying a nice, neat kit. They can kind of just do everything at once. And I don't know, it just makes me feel real good when I don't have to worry about that stuff. Oh, he has one right on hand. I love that. MKC is dope. Yeah, I love some MKC, man. They making some different things happen. Sucker Free, what up, man? Thanks for kicking the door in. Have you ever checked out the Amtech Blades North? Man, says Fisher K. Field trip. Nope. Never heard of them. So let's look them up. So, all right. Let's do a little quick field trip, man. So Amtech Blades North Mon. It's a fixed blade knife. Okay, interesting. Ooh, sir. That's some interesting machining on those scales. I like the partial serrations. That's really good for rope. That's some interesting machining on those. I've never seen these before. M390, so they're rocking some Austrian steel. This is America. This is America. Prefer to have some American stuff, but I'm just, you know, it is what it is. As long as it's some good steel that I don't have to worry about accidentally leaving the knife outside on my deck, leaving the knife outside on a porch swing, on some stairs, and the dew overnight makes it automatically rust. I don't want that. So as long as I don't have to, $450, good God, that's a lot of money.
What?
Golly.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This must be like a small batch company. Is that what it is? Let's go to in-stock products. I mean, their stuff is $600 for their folder, $500. These are some pricey boys. I mean, the price almost makes me want to run as fast as I effing can. Boosie,
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
The price is up there, bro.
Come on, man.
But overall, I mean, I like the CNC machining, but the price kind of just threw me off a little bit. Let's see. Jad says thoughts on Spyderco. I like me some Spyderco. I like Spyderco. I like the fact that Spyderco is pretty open about where they make a specific knife, right? So you might get a Spyderco knife made in Taiwan. You might get a Spyderco knife made in America. You might get a Spyderco knife made of different blade steels. I like the fact that they take a knife that works, the Bodacious, the PM2, the PM3, the Shaman, whatever, the Mannix, and they'll just change the blade steel up on your bitch ass. They'll just change up the scales up on you. They'll change all sorts of stuff on you, and kind of just draws you in, kind of grabs you by the balls real quick. Pause. And it just makes you want to just continuously buy it. I like Spyderco. I do know that I had a little complaint about my Spyderco PM2. I sent it in for maintenance. They said it was You know, they said it was my fault. I thought it was their fault. Listen, other than just like my own small world experience, that doesn't taint my entire feeling of Spyderco overall. I think they're a great company. I think they're a fantastic company. Congratulations on 100K. Hey, sir, appreciate that, man. Good god dang head on your shoulders, okay? Appreciate that. What is my most used EDC item? Hands down, my most used EDC. I mean, like if you want to just talk about time on the body, usage, it has to be a watch. I know it's weird to say like the knife and multi-tool and flashlight, and we got wallets and we got, you know, boots and trousers but literally my most used item has to be my everyday, I mean, I say everyday carry watch, but you know, the watch that's on me every single day. I think that for me personally, the watch is something that kind of goes on to my body at the beginning of the day, and it's just there. I mean, the watch I'm wearing today is the Ben Roos. This is the DTU. This is a military reissue of their field watch. Fantastic watch. It's an automatic movement. It's a field watch. It has stupid good loom. I mean, crazy good loom. Like, matter of fact, hey Google, turn off the key light. Like, look at the loom on that thing. Well, there's another light on back there, but you can just see the loom itself is fantastic on this actual watch. Hey Google, turn on the key light. If I just set off all y'all's Googles, my bad. Hey Google, turn on the key light. So yeah, my most used item, hands down, is my watch. Now that's because like I wake up, I, you know, wash my face, put a little castor oil on my skin, and I go grab my EDC watch, throw it on, and it kind of is what it is. I think that there may be some days I don't put a knife in my pocket if I'm wearing joggers or if I'm sitting around all day. There may be a day where I don't put a flashlight in my pocket, but there's rarely a day I don't wear a watch. I mean, it's just super rare. At night, I wear a smartwatch. Like I hate smartwatches with a vengeance for just like I think that a man should wear a watch that could also save his life, and an analog watch arguably can save your life in a number of ways. A smartwatch, not so much. And I made a video on 5 ways an analog watch can save your life. But I just like the way an analog watch looks. But I do wear a smartwatch at night because of the sleep tracking. So I wear a Pixel Watch 3 at night, and then as soon as I wake up in the morning, I put on a real watch. So that is my most used item, hands down. Make sure you hit that like button real quick. Just
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
slap that like button, okay? Put me in the algorithm. We appreciate that. Don't forget to slap a little Q colon, man. It helps me see yours a little bit. Oh, 450 Australian, bro. It's still freaking expensive. It's still, what is 450 Australian to American? What's 450 Australian to American? I didn't even see the pricing. I just saw the dollar sign because Australians use a dollar sign like us. And then I saw the money. So that puts things in a different perspective. The friendly neighborhood Spyderco. I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there. Do you keep a gas mask? Yeah, I do. So so full disclosure, Mirror has sent me Mirror Safety. I'm in the works with working out, possibly doing a full sponsorship with Mirror Safety. I bought Mirror Safety gas mask myself, but I'm in the middle of trying to work out a deal to where they might send gas masks. They may send gas masks for my entire family. So I have a gas mask for me. I have a gas mask for my wife. I don't have one for my toddlers. Their faces are always changing. My 2-year-old, she's not going to wear a respirator over her mouth. So I want a gas mask that can go over her entire face, where the respirator part would have to be kept in a separate area. Mirror, suffice it to say, Mirror is one of these companies that has some of the best options. They just got this new product, the C21. It's a full face respirator mask, but they adapted that from military use to civilian use. So like, there's a lot of these type of military gas masks that they use for the DOD, for the Department of Defense. They also sell to foreign military sales, and then they've adapted that to civilian military. So I like the shelf life on this, how I don't have to worry about checking the maintenance on the canisters like every other month or every 3 months. They seem to last for a good minute. These are NATO qualified. So these are what I keep in my kit, but they're not on me every day. They're not in my truck. You know, for me, if I needed a gas mask right now, I would, you know, I can go dig it out of a bag, but it's not going to be something that's just 100% always on me or something like that. Let's see. We're a Casio. Hey, nothing wrong with a Casio. Doesn't G-Shock make a Casio, if I'm not mistaken, right? I have a G-Shock I wear from time to time, especially if I just want a digital watch. I don't have to worry about, you know, it overall, just kind of the maintenance of an automatic watch or remembering to wind it up. Does it have reserve time? Sometimes it's just nice to wear a Casio or wear a G-Shock or whatever as well. What cigar is that? This is a Trinidad cigar. I forget the specific one, but this is a Trinidad. The brand is Trinidad. The specific one that I'm rocking, I don't really remember. Maybe if you could look at the label itself, you might be able to see here. But it's Trinidad for that. So I am a part of JRCigars.com, and JRCigars.com, I pay, I think it's $30 a month, and they send me 5 or 6 cigars that they think I would like. I used to be a part of Provida Cigar Club, but for the same amount of money, I can get, you know, I can get a few more cigars. So I'm using JRCigars.com for their Cigar of the Month club, and they send me 5 cigars or whatever. So but I think this one is kind of one of those ones when I got a little bit of time to smoke on it and I'll kind of puff on it. I normally would buy bigger boxes of like Drew Estates, but this is one when I know I got a little bit of time to kind of knock it back, knock it out, and all that good stuff as well. Hey, hunting and stuff is with J&J. Thank you for kicking the door in. A good reminder, put a Q colon in front of your stuff. It does help me see it just in case. It says, let's see. Love some good loom on a watch. Rocking the Seiko, the Samurai right now. Excellent loom. Yeah. So a lot of the loom, the painting or the application of the loom on a watch, especially by some of these micro brands, I think is better than some of the bigger brands. I think Hamilton does a good job. Veer does a good job. I'm wearing a Veer shirt right now. They, FYI, they are a channel sponsor. They're not sponsoring this live stream. That's why I can wear a Ben Roos watch and a Veer shirt, and it's not an issue. I think they do a good job. Mercedes, I have a couple of watches by Mercedes. Their loom could be a little bit better, but yeah, I'm a big guy when it comes to loom. Michael's here as well, saying what up. Hey, thanks for kicking the door in. It says, do you ever double up on EDC gear in either your primary or secondary carry, ignoring your tertiary carry? Yeah, I do. Organically, I do. That happens sometimes. So my primary carry is, and what John is talking about for me, primary carry is things that touch my body. So that's my on body carry. Secondary carry, things that might go in a sling or a backpack, like a pouch. And tertiary carry, I don't really have anything that's like tertiary per se. I treat things tertiary like in a vehicle, but I only really have a primary and secondary when it comes to on body. My EDC for my vehicle, my primary is anything I can reach while sitting in the driver's seat. All right, so for my EDC or for my carry in my vehicle, if I can reach it in the driver's seat, that's the glove box, that's the windshield, that's the armrest, that's a primary for me. So that's my guns, my sunglasses, my wallets. Secondary for my vehicle is anything I can reach at a stoplight. So when I stop at a stoplight, can I turn around, get something in the back seat? Maybe it's a saw or a bigger flashlight or something like that. And then in tertiary is I have to unbuckle my seatbelt, get my ass out my truck and get it out the bed of my truck. So that's tertiary for how I treat my vehicle. But yeah, I do end up doubling up. It just depends on what I got going on. The double up normally happens if I carry a multi-tool and a knife because they both have a knife, right? So it just really depends. What up, XAs? Mr. Skilla, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn man. We appreciate that, man. SHOT Show vid summary was solid. Hey, Colin, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, SHOT Show was, it was interesting. It was very, very interesting. First time for me going to SHOT Show. I went there as invited as media. Appreciate you, SHOT Show. And I hope to go again next year. Speaking of SHOT Show, I will tell you this, guys. YouTubers are dropping more knives. Let's talk about some knives that YouTubers are pumping out. All right, because I saw these at SHOT Show and I found these to be interesting. So some of you may not know, but Jared at Neves Knives. Neves Knives is a YouTube channel. He also has a website where he sells knives. He's really good at giving you advice on the type of knife that you should carry, you should purchase, you know, how much you should spend, is the value there, etc., etc. He has a design with We Knife. We Knife, his design is called the Inmate. It's still in prototype, but I will tell you this: the Inmate by We Knife prototype that I used at SHOT Show, it's a little bit of B-roll of that plus another knife we'll talk about here in a second. It just had great action. If you wanted to Spidey flick it, you wanted to use your thumb, you wanted to use your index. I think it also had a front flipper on there as well. I can't really remember. It was really, really good. I don't know what the price point is going to be on there. The CNC machining was fantastic, but you can tell that the Inmate by Jared at Neves Knives is a knife that was designed by someone who has put over 1,000 knives in his hands. Okay. And you can tell that these are things that he would like, the dimensions, etc., etc. And the thing about this is, I like the fact that he's working with We. We is always working with different creators. They work with Zach in the Wild. They work with Taylor Martin. They're now working with Jared. Now it's rocking a 20 CV blade steel. It has great action, as mentioned before. It's a frame lock. There is good CNC machining. I wonder what other colors it's going to come out with. It's a black blade. It's black scales right now. Are we going to get a battle washed in satin? Or are we going to get different finishes, different blade colors, different materials? I'm curious about that. Now, another knife that I got a chance to check out by YouTubers is the Klingman by Taylor Martin. Unreleased knife. It should be released soon. They do have a actual website up on Civivi. It's going to be priced between like $71 and $74. I think it depends on the scale material that you get. I'll be honest with you. I think the knife is ugly, but I think the action is fantastic. Okay, so for me, aesthetically, it's not there for me. But the thumb stud is great. The action is really good. It feels good in the hand. You can tell that this knife is a knife that has been in the hands of someone who's handled a lot of knives, but he's trying to make a knife for that person that is in a budget of spending maybe 3 hours of their pay, 2 hours of the pay. Let's say you make $25 an hour. This thing's $71. It's like 3 hours of your pay. Do you want to spend half a day to work for this knife? It felt that way in my hands. Okay. If I only saw it online, it would be a no-go because I thought it was very, just not attractive to me. But once I actually got my hands on it, I felt those G10 scales. It was very, very interesting. I like the fact that I think it's also going to come with the stabilized wood. It's going to come with different color blades. They're kind of treating this the same way they treated Zach in the Wild's, his Civivi Yonder. So the same type of treatment as well. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I think that this is a final prototype phase. So we shall see how that looks. As I mentioned before, it should be coming in around like the $71 to $74 range. You see they already have 4 placeholders for it. They have it in green. They have it in the black that I was holding. They have the stabilized wood and with 2 different blade finishes there. So, I mean, Nitro V blade steel, a thumb stud, a liner lock. It's pedestrian specs, but it feels really good. Okay, so if you're looking for a crossbar, go look at the Civivi Yonder. If you're looking for a frame lock, go look at the We Knife Inmate. And also, I know that Tri-State EDC came out with a knife. I forget what company he worked with, but I like the fact that YouTubers are pumping out knives. Now, I would not be the candidate for some shit like that.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I wouldn't be the candidate for it because for me, I review knives every now and again on my channel. I don't put enough knives in my hand.
Pause.
Okay, I don't get enough of them in my hand to really be that guy to come out and give you a really good opinion about that. I don't grip enough of them. Okay, but I do know how it feels to hold a knife that feels good. Now, I own right now like 60 knives. You know, per year, I probably run through 100 knives on this channel. Whereas someone like Jared from These Knives, per year, he probably runs through up to 1,000 knives. You know, I'm assuming that Taylor Martin, they send them all the knives. So they get an opportunity to touch, use a lot more knives and forming, especially Tri-State EDC. He handles tons, probably upwards of near 1,000 knives a year also. So me, I say 1,000, that's probably too much. But the point is they handle a lot. All right, so they're more slated for something like that. Best Tech. Okay, you said Best Tech says EDC for fun. That makes it. Best Tech makes some great knives as well. I think most of the stuff's done in China, but they really care about their product. So is We and Civivi. A lot of their stuff's done in China, but you can tell they're actually paying attention to their products as well. So I think that was a, I'm excited to see more YouTubers pumping out some knives. Let me know what your opinion about YouTubers pumping out knives. Is this kind of like the next place you go? kind of like for camera companies, when they do a camera bag, they use like popular YouTubers like Peter McKinnon to pump out a camera bag. You know, so like, is this kind of where we're going next in EDC? Is influencers? Are we going to get something from Melissa Backwoods? Or we're going to get something from just influencers that are not on YouTube, but they're on Instagram? I'm pretty curious about that as well. Danny says, do you have an opinion about the GoRuck bags? They are super expensive, but is it worth it? So I've only handled 2 GoRuck bags. I've only done a review on 1 GoRuck bag. Here's my opinion, Danny. So the 1 GoRuck bag that I've done in a video on, if you go to youtube.com and you just type Marine X in the word GoRuck, I've done a video on the GoRuck GR2 Dyneema. I like saying that. I like saying that because it's just Dyneema is a dope word to me. But the GR2 Dyneema, if you type that in, I did a review on it almost a year ago. I think I'm going to do a 1-year review of this bag, because before I did my review of this bag, I tested it out for 2 months. Then I did a review video, and now it's been my primary bag for rucking. So if I'm going on hikes, if I'm going on trails, that's the bag I pick up. I got bags from Eberly Stock. I have bags from 511. I got stuff from Vertex. I have stuff from Mystery Ranch. This is the bag that I go to, because if I'm going to be going through twigs, branches, scraping up against rocks, Dyneema's 15 times stronger than steel in the same density and capacity. So I don't have to worry about throwing this shit on the ground, walking through different brush. It just doesn't get it. It's more resistant to rips and tears. That being said, it is like $450. It is very expensive. They do have that Scars warranty. You send it into them. If you have any issues, they will fix it. It has like some of the craziest YKK zippers I've ever seen on a bag, but they are expensive. I do like the GR2 26 liter sizing. I like it for travel as well. I just got done taking a trip to, was it Alabama? I took this bag. No, I took this bag to Las Vegas. When I took this bag to Las Vegas for SHOT Show, it was fantastic. When I went to Alabama, last week, I took a Brown Buffalo bag, and I kind of missed the GoRuck a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of missed the GoRuck a little bit. So I think it's worth it if you're going to use it at least 3 to 5 days a week. If you're going to buy a GoRuck bag and it's never going to see your back, I wouldn't get one. They're just too expensive. All right, so you got to think about that. Home intruder situation, are you going for a rifle, pistol, or a shotgun? I'm going for a shotgun. So my shotgun is, I have a couple of shotguns. One is primarily near the sleeping side. I sleep near the door of my bedroom. My wife sleeps further away from the door in our bedroom. There's a shotgun near me. My shotguns are loaded with the type of buck or type of round or type of shell that won't penetrate drywall and it won't penetrate doors. So that means if I need to shoot an intruder that's near one of my kids, I got 5 kids. All right, I got 5 freaking kids, Boosie. Just listen, bro.
Come on, man.
I got 5 of them, bro. If I need to shoot an intruder that is facing one of my kids' doors, one of my kids' walls, there's a low likelihood the round, especially if I miss, that the round will penetrate their door and hit one of my kids. If I pick up a Saturday night special, if I pick up a 380, if I pick up a 9, maybe the drywall stops it. Maybe that wall's not insulated. There's only 2 layers of drywall. I missed the studs. It goes right through. I think about that type of shit. Home intruder, I'm grabbing a shotgun. I preferably grab a shotgun with a shorter barrel, legal, but shorter barrel, so it's easy to walk in and out of doorways, swing up. My shotgun that I keep in my room has a light on it. The secondary shotgun I have doesn't have a light on it, but I normally have a flashlight nearby. I don't even think about a rifle for home. Like, a rifle wouldn't even come in my brain for an intruder. It just wouldn't even pop into my head, but that's just me. You ever use Through Night flashlights for my EDC? Yeah, Through Night has sent me some flashlights. They have sent me some flashlights. I would just tell you, there's a couple of brands that have sent me flashlights where I need to give them a little bit more airtime. I need to give them a little bit more of an opportunity, okay? And I've been trying to do that more. And I'm starting here. I have a Manker light. So this is a Manker F14. This is a flashlight that was sent to me probably a year and a half ago or so by Manker. And I just kind of always ignored it. It does have dual emitters on the front. It has a warm light and a cool light. You can use both at the same time. It has a magnetic base. You can use, in this small little flashlight, technically can be used as a battery bank. A lot of flashlights are battery banks, but normally not this small. So if your phone is just super duper about to die, this might be something you go for. It feels good in the hand. I like the coloring. Only thing I don't like is the way the pocket clip is. It doesn't allow for you to put it on a hat. I don't really wear hats a lot, but if you do, you may care about that. Also, if you're wearing it in your pocket, that means that the beam is up. I prefer to wear a flashlight in my pocket with the beam down. So when I pull it out of my pocket, I can just pull it out and turn it on. This doesn't allow for that because of how the pocket clip is. So Manker, Through Night, I'm trying to give those brands a little bit more of an opportunity to get into the pocket more often, because I ignore them a lot. All right, but this one here, it's pretty small. You see how it kind of fits in my hand, kind of just disappears in there. It's a little bulky. I don't know. Maybe I'll carry it for a couple of days and see if I can come up with a final, like a summation about it. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards like a 6 out of 10. But those Through Nights and that type of stuff, I'm trying to give them, because I'm heavy on Wubin, I'm heavy on Olight, I'm heavy on Streamlight and Phoenix. Like, I'm all over their freaking balls. I'm just not even gonna lie to you. Okay? Pause. But I will say that I need to give these other brands an opportunity as well. So I will carry Through Night a little bit more. Even SoFriends, companies like that, I get their flashlights all the time as well. I picked up the TR3 Integrity Shot Show exclusive with the reptile scales. That thing is good. Yeah, there was a lot of brands. So at SHOT Show, a lot of brands weren't selling their gear. They weren't doing retail sales, because it's like this funny thing. Like, if you do retail sales, you got to pay Nevada sales tax, and they just weren't trying to go through that headache. But if there was a brand selling at SHOT Show, you can get some great table prices at SHOT Show. I mean, some great table prices at SHOT Show. I was at Benchmade's humongous booth, and Benchmade had every single knife that they're releasing this year. Some of them have not been announced yet. And I was just like, hey, dude, can I want to buy that now. I would love to snag that now. And of course, they're like, X, first off, no, you can't snag one, and we might send you one. I'm like, I know you may send me one. Can I just buy one? I would love to get it now. Okay, sir, can I just... It's something I might want to do. Benchmade Mini Freak. Now, listen. I put the Mini Freak in my pocket today just so I can remember how much I enjoy the Mini Freak. The Benchmade Mini Freak, they had a Mini Freak SHOT Show exclusive. It was so effing ugly, Boosie. It was, bro, it was ugly.
Come on, man.
Bruh, I don't like autumn. And they put autumn and they put purple together. I like purple, but that autumn, it was just really shitty looking. Okay. But that being said, I still love the way it felt in the hand. It really had a great feel to it. And so when you come through, they had a $300 SHOT Show exclusive. This is the Mini Freak that I'm showing on my camera. This is the SHOT Show exclusive that they came out with. And I got a chance to get my hands on it. It felt really nice. If you like piss, if you like the pissy scales, if you like PEI, this is the Autumn brand. So the Autumn, the actual Autumn trademark is owned by the Saudi Arabians. So you may see some scales are just called like PEI, which is the actual materials, and some of them are Autumn. That means the Benchmade actually paid to use the name brand. So, I mean, it felt good. It looked good, but I kind of, well, actually, let me see, what steel are they using S90V on this, or are they using Magna Cut? I mean, it's $300. I don't know what the end materials were. Let's see. And no, they're using the same material that I have here. Same material I have here. So this one is rocking the S90V blade steel. It's about the same price. I kind of think that the carbon fiber looks freaking awesome. I bought this with my own money, just FYI. And I've had this probably maybe 2.5 years. I haven't had to sharpen it because I just send the shit into Benchmade. That's the one thing about their Life Sharp warranty. That is freaking awesome. But I did think that SHOT Show exclusive was pretty ugly. But I will say this, a lot of other things that they're about to drop, some of the bailouts that they're about to pump out, those things look great. So they got some stuff that's coming up. They got some things that they're about to drop I think looked really, really good. And that's just, that was just not one of them. So let's see. The misdemeanor is great. I hope the inmate is in K390 as well. That would be interesting because right now the inmate that they had up there was 20 CV. I know that I didn't get a chance to get my hands on a misdemeanor. It's funny enough because I literally at my post office as we speak, like I'm going to finish this live stream. And if I have time, I'm going to go to my post office because Jared sent me a package and I think he may have sent me an inmate or a misdemeanor. I'm not really sure, but good for looking out for your boy Jared, man. It's there now. I got a picture of it. Got notification. I can see his handwriting on handwriting right there on the box. It's sitting there waiting for me. So, you know, my post office closes at 1800. I may not get time to go there. It's already 15 after 1700. So maybe I get an opportunity to go, but we'll see. I know he sent me over a care package, so we'll see what's going on with that as well. The Stretch Docs, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Let's say, what up from Vegas? SHOT Show is a hot commodity ticket here in Vegas. If you're ever not in the industry, try and get it. Let me tell you something. When I went there, they had all these lines. They had like pending tickets, confirmed tickets. They might as well had a line that said wannabe tickets, okay? Because you can't get in SHOT Show unless you're a member of their organization, you're media, approved media, or you're part of the trades. You're a supplier, you're a firearms dealer, you are a brand like Benchmade or Daniel Defense or something like that. Over 50,000 people in Caesars Forum in the Venetian Expo. Crazy packed. And it's so crazy because I was supposed to be there 4 days. I was supposed to go to range day where I get to shoot some of these new weapons that are coming out. I'm supposed to go to media day when I get to see some of the stuff that's coming out and get to film it, have first exclusive, go to 3 out of 4 days or 2 out of 3 days of or how many days of SHOT Show? Whatever. I was supposed to go to 3 days of the SHOT Show itself. I got influenza A the day that I got there,
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
105-degree temperature, multiple days there. I missed range day, media day, the first day of SHOT Show. I finally went on the second day of SHOT Show. Crazy temperatures. I had to get Tamiflu. I was alternated between Tamiflu and Tylenol and ibuprofen in my hotel room by myself. I stayed at Circus. They don't have, at least my part of Circus didn't have room service. Maybe they do at that hotel. I had to physically go get food with 104 temperature. It freaking sucked. Okay. I want to do over. Sir. I would like a do-over. All right. SHOT Show was cool though. It was cool. Other than just kind of like that little snafu, it was cool. Let's see. Good evening from northern New Jersey. Everyone says Rob. Hey, Rob, bruh, what's the temperature there? You know, freakishly, we got a little bit of unwinter weather here. It's like 82 degrees. That's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. You guys can't hear it, but my AC is on here in the man cave. I have a fan blowing towards me. Like, I shouldn't be doing these things come February 6th in 2025. All right. That's not our normal things. What EDC trends do you think will be big in 2025? Says John. I don't know what trends will be big. I think last year was the year of the knife, especially the knife under $100, which was still a banger. I think that was it. This year, I'm really seeing a lot of bag developers pump out more products, higher quality products at better prices. Alpaca's always been too urban-y for me. Like, I own alpaca bags, but they're a little bit too urban-y for me. And then GoRuck has always been a little bit too rucky for me, right? But I think that companies are filling the sweet spot. You got companies like Brown Buffalo. They're about to pump out some new products, which they don't do very often. Mystery Ranch, which we all thought was freaking dead. They just pumped out a new 21-liter bag, although they've been purchased by Yeti. Eberly stock has really, really penetrated with this freaking fade line, and they're pumping out some good quality stuff. And then we got all these up and coming brands that we don't hear a lot from. I think they're pumping out some good bags and slings as well. Even companies that don't necessarily dip their toes in the bag stuff, I think they may pump out more. Yeti, for instance, now they own Mystery Ranch. They had bags before. I can see them incorporating into their bags, which have zippers that are too difficult to use, loud materials, horrible shoulder straps. I can see them taking stuff from Mystery Ranch and making their bags better. So I think this might be the year of the bag, but I really don't know. Honestly, I'm just like kind of shooting the shit because I really don't know. Do you have a preference for tourniquets? Leaning towards buying the rat tourniquets for my kids. Rats are good. I would just say whatever you do, get I'm not a med. I was in the Marine Corps. Obviously, we don't have medical personnel in the Marine Corps. Navy is our meds. But I would say get a NATO approved tourniquet. Okay. So any company that can have a tourniquet, whether it's Cat 6 or whatever, but if it's NATO approved and it can be used if it could be put on the hip of an operator, of a soldier, sailor, Marine, guardsman, or a Georgian soldier from the Black Sea area, a Spanish Spanish Marine, a Royal British Marine, if it can be carried by them, I would get something like that. So avoid the Chinese brands. I would get something that's compliant to NATO and Buy American Act. Okay, so that will be my go-to, but I don't have like a specific brand. I think Best Tech, yeah, they did that. You explained that very well, and you're absolutely right. That let's see, there already is. Oh, TKL and Melissa back. Let me tell y'all something. So I saw Melissa Backwoods, met her for the first time at SHOT Show. At the same time, she was making, I don't know if I can pull up her content on Instagram right now. At the same time, she was making her Instagram reel for that new CRKT Tomahawk knife. The same time she was making her reel, because I don't know if it was her husband or her dude or her videographer. I don't know who the guy was, but he was holding the camera, excuse me, and she was making the content. So at the same time she was doing that, I was making my reel for that brand new knife. So I got an opportunity to meet her. And let me just tell y'all something. She makes stuff happen. Like, she was doing a great job. She was super focused. Let me see if I could pull up. I don't know if she's already posted. that knife from Civivi. Here it is right here. So the same time she's here at Civivi making this content. So she's on this side of CRKT's booth. I'm literally like on the other side making a reel as well. So we're making them at the same time. But she's real cool. She's a great content creator. I mean, she looks how she looks in real life. So I think that she did a good job and all that good stuff as well. So I didn't know that she had a collaboration with TKL Knives. TKL, and he is a prior Marine. So I think that that's pretty dope that he did a collaboration with her. So they are in the works right now for something. I think that's pretty dope as well. Cracking open a Tennessee for the live. Hey, Colin, bruh. Hey, first off, man, appreciate Colin, man. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Colin sent your boy. Hey, clap to Colin. Clap it up for your boy. I'm looking for my Tennessee. So Colin sent me, I was low on Tennessee, which is Tennessee and Kentucky bourbon. It's like 110 proof. I was low on it, and my P.O. box is always in these live streams, in the video description of my videos or whatever. He sent me a bottle of the Tennessee. He also bought himself a bottle. You're fantastic, man. I appreciate that, bro. Super duper appreciate that. Coming in from Tyler says, Corey, so you're in Tyler, Texas. You're like a stone's throw away. I'm in Plano, so it's not that far away. You know what I'm saying? I finally broke down and bought myself a Dyneema tarp. I freaking love it. Let me tell you something. Dyneema is a fun word to say, but Dyneema, I think, is a very good material. It's a loud material. Once you use it for a while, it does quiet down as you break it in. My GoRuck GR2 Dyneema, as I've broken it in over the last year, it has quieted itself a little bit. Okay, it's not as angry. Okay, the first time you get Dyneema, it's just really loud. It's really crinkly. You feel like, even though you spent all this money, you feel like you've purchased something that's really cheap, and then you use it, then you throw it against some rocks, you throw it in some mud, you walk between some branches, like you're like, I appreciate this shit. I see why it exists now. This makes a whole lot of freaking sense for me. G-Ball Vision, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. He says, what up, brothers? Hey, appreciate you kicking the door in as well. Black Guns and Garden, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, what up, man? Thank you for kicking the door in. Ian says, do you have any SOE, special operator equipment? So technically I do, but I don't gear up and use it if I'm rucking or anything like that, but I want to invest more into it. So I've talked to Eagle Industries, that's who makes this plate carrier. I've talked to different folks who are running helmets and stuff like that. I'm trying to get more into that, but I don't want to invest a lot of my own money into it, because for me personally, I have a family of 7, and I would be outfitting myself to get my ass home, but I wouldn't be able to outfit the whole effing family in any of that type of equipment. So I really haven't made the big jump to, you know what I'm saying, to really invest in that equipment like I would, because of how large my family is. Let's see. Love Olight, and once you've been buying Olight, you start getting charges to keep it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is I do have a lot of Olights, and I have a lot of Olight chargers, but I still don't reflexively go for an Olight. I like to go for a flashlight where I can change the batteries. Okay, so Olight has proprietary batteries. Coast has proprietary batteries. So just because you have an Olight 21700 battery, an Olight 18650 battery, a Coast battery or whatever, hold on. So like you might have something here. So I have, this is the Coast, this is the breaker, and this is a fantastic light. They just came out with the special edition version, which is in like the stainless steel colorway. It has a crazy telescoping head, which just makes the beam just go forever and ever and ever. Okay. As much as I like this light, I think it looks really good. I think it's functional. This is a great light to keep in the armrest of your vehicle. It's way too big to keep in a pocket. But they oftentimes Coast uses proprietary batteries, because in their mind, they don't want you to use at least what they told me at their booth, they don't want you to put a 18650 or 21700 battery inside of one of their flashlights and the flashlight catch on fire. That's what they tell me. So I'm like, okay, I get it, but it's kind of an inconvenient thing that I can't just stick another 21700 in this thing and it works. All right. But, you know, I will say Coast is really, they're making some stuff happen. Olight is making stuff happen. Coast is about to drop these weapons lights. They're going to be the brightest weapon lights on the market. They're also going to be like really, really dual use when it comes to a EDC light. I think Coast is doing some great things when it comes to their flashlights. It's just that proprietary battery that kind of throws me off a little bit. Like it just, that's kind of the thing that throws me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's not that bad. It is not that bad. I got a Super Freak on you right now, says Suit. Let me tell you something, man. The Mini Freak, the Super Freak. I don't have a Super Freak, but the Mini Freak, the Freak, those are, I'm a Benchmade sheep. Let's just admit that. Okay,
bro,
just
come on now, dog.
no, just chill out. Okay.
Come on, man.
I enjoy them. I swing proudly from the scrotum of Benchmade. Okay, it's just it's a nice one. But I try not to just go all balls to the wall buying too many Benchmades because they're pretty pricey. John says, would you ever consider making a collab knife? A Hogue X would be pretty sweet. Hey, a Hogue, bro? Let me tell you, I was on Hogue heavy. Like when those dark earth scales with that CNC machining, the colorway on that, I have a 20 CV version. I know they make it in Magna Cut. Bruh, I wouldn't be the guy to do it though. I just
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let me tell you something. I would get into Hogue's facilities and be like, yeah, X, so welcome to Hogue. We want to do a collab with you. We want to specifically make it for, you know, we want to make it happen when it comes to, you know, whatever. And I'm like, oh man, that would be freaking dope. So first thing I want on mine, I would love to have Bluetooth. Get out, sir. Bluetooth. I'm like, y'all want Bluetooth? Let's see what else. I would love for it to be able to, you know, just, you know, warm up my coffee. I would be coming up with stupid ideas. I would be the guy whose knife never works because it needs an effing firmware update. That's why it's hard for me to get a collab with a knife. All right. I would be the guy that wants Bluetooth on my knife. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. Let's see. M4 is actually the best steel. Yeah, I have M4 for my Benchmade bailout. So my Benchmade bailout is a knife I would happily take outside. Aluminum scales, M4. If I need to take that hunting for a weekend, if it stays outside, I will be okay with that. My Benchmade full size Adamas with the CPM crew wear, I will be okay with that. My SC 1095, the SC number 4, that blade steel, I will be okay with that. Magna Cut shit, I will be okay with that. So yeah, I agree with that. But when it's time to sharpen it, that's when I get really, really bad at the shit. Okay,
bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's when I'm like, hey. That's when I'm like, hey, Jared, let me send you some knives so you can sharpen them on a live stream. You can say I'm sharpening Marine X knives because he's really shitty at that shit, bruh. He is not good at that stuff, okay? Bruh.
He needs some milk.
No, I need some more skills for sharpening knives. That's why I love companies where you can just send the shit in. CRKT told me I can send knives in. Benchmade, obviously, you can send knives in. I live near Tactile Knife. So any of their knives, I just drive over there, pay $5, let them sharpen my knives. Yeah, so it's a skill that I don't acquire. I haven't acquired everything about it yet. So let's see, B2DA. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn man. It says X is back live. Good reason to light up this tabernacle stick. Glad you're feeling better, bro. Let me tell you something. That damn that influenza A. Oh, that shit was ridiculous. 37 degrees in northern New Jersey, says Rob, bruh. Hey man, I got this 80 on me right now. I got this 80. Let me tell you something. A few minutes ago, Mrs. X walked by here in some fucking Daisy Dukes, bruh. You would not believe. Let me tell you, she walked by just
Hey, bro,
Boosie, let me tell you.
Dog.
A few minutes ago.
Come on, man.
I'm sitting here. Mrs. X came in. She sees I'm on live, and it's like 80 degrees, and I'm kind of complaining a little bit. I'm like, man, you know, it's a little hot. I kind of wish we could just get back to our normal weather and this, that, and the third. Mrs. X just walked by in some Daisy Dukes in February, and I was like, okay, I'm not that mad anymore. I'm not mad anymore, bro. I'm not upset. I was a little upset initially. But you know, I'm not tripping anymore. Give me some googly eyes in the chat for Mrs. X, man. Goddamn googly eyes in the chat for Mrs. X. So she walked by a few minutes ago. We're here. It's not short season, you know what I'm saying? But she walked by, and I was like, okay, I can appreciate that. Googly eyes in the chat for Mrs. X. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Let me see. Have you ever tried the JM4 tactical holsters? They're my go-to handmade leather in the USA. Field trip. Love me some. First off, handmade leather is the only thing that kind of throws me off because I'm looking for a holster for I have version 1 of the Bodyguard 380. I know V2 is available. I have version 1. I want something that's like Codex mixed with leather. I want the leather to touch my body. Maybe like some soft felt material to touch my body, but the Kydex to touch the weapon, because I don't want over time the leather to kind of misshapen and the weapon to start wiggling and all the other type of stuff. But we can still look it up, bro. Let's see, tactical holster field trip. So we got, bruh. Well, first off, they started it off with some goddamn titties on the screen. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose, man. Just like I like that. I got the fattest ass on YouTube too. Look at that. Let me cover her up real quick. Let me bring my cowgirl in. But no, I've never heard of this company. So magnetic holsters, they have, so traditional holsters to go through I've never heard of them. And they make coffee, womp womp. I want you to stick to one thing, all right? Coffee, you know. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save them. Let's see. Let me save them to my discoveries. Appreciate that, bruh. I'll check them out later. I've never heard of them. Definitely want to check them out. I know, Nick, let's see. North American Rescue. Yep, for when it comes to a standard for a tourniquet. Totally agree with that. Looking to see if there's any other questions here. Hey, what up, X? Hope you're doing well. Keep dropping the banger, says Steven Rodriguez. Hey, sir, appreciate that as well. You know what's so crazy, David? He says he used the Through Night Saber for work and a Nicor for EDs for your everyday carry. For work purposes, like if I have shit to do around the man cave, around the house, I reflexively go for a Phoenix flashlight. Their work lights are so effing good. Like, their battery lives are long. They have these tilting heads to go 105 degrees instead of 90 degrees. Strong magnets. You can throw, like I can hand one to my 3-year-old or my 4-year-old or my 2-year-old or my 16-year-old or my 10-year-old. I know I got a lot of effing kids, but listen,
Come on now, dog.
they can't break them.
Come on, man.
They can play with them if I'm in the middle of fixing a dryer. The other day, my dryer is 10 years old. It was squeaking. I didn't know you need to oil dryers, okay? Lesson learned. So I'm in the middle of oil in my dryer. I have the magnet stuck on the dryer door. Flashlight from Phoenix is shining in there. One of my kids comes, rips the flashlight off. I don't see the flashlight for 15 minutes. Listen, it survives. If I do that with an Olight, if I do that with a Woobin, there's a possibility that it just, it's just a possibility. It doesn't make the test when it comes to a 2, 3, 4, 9, and 16-year-old. It just may not make the cut. So, yo, X, what's good? Ever heard of compliance edge knives or tactical? Is that pterodactyl? No, I've never heard of either one. Field trip. Let's look it up real quick. Compliance edge knives. Let's just look them up. Never heard of these folks real quick. Look at all these micro brands or big brands. Next drop coming February 7th. 5. So they have a drop coming tomorrow. All right, I can appreciate that. And they got this look that has the same similar type of look to the TKL knives and to Montana Knife Company and all that type of stuff. Never heard of these folks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save them and I'm going to see what their most popular knife is. Best. Okay, that's available. Available knives Friday drops. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to save these. I've never heard of them. Good looking out, man. Good looking out because I have not heard of them. All right, Woobin X2 Pro on Amazon for just shy for $40 right now. That's a good price. That's not bad. They're about to drop the G5. They sent that out to me. I've been carrying that a little bit. I got a couple of complaints about it. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe they sent me a prototype. But I got some complaints about the Woobin G5. X2 Pro, banger. G5, the price better be right on the G5. Because if the price ain't right, I'm not going to be able to recommend it. Because there's a lot of things about it that doesn't make me feel very good. Juan says, have you ever tried a handmade leather holster that sits at an angle for easy draw? I prefer appendix carry instead of for me personally. I don't like any holsters I have to adjust at any reason. If I get in a vehicle, sitting in a chair, playing with my kids, I don't want to adjust my holster. I just noticed that holsters that are at angles or kind of like right over, like near like my the lymph nodes or kind of like right over near my hip, I have to adjust those when I sit down or move. I don't want to do that. I know that sometimes the appendix carry can be more prone for printing, but that's just what I prefer. Phoenix is no joke, says G-Ball. Oh, 100%, bro. They just sent me this new work light that has a charging station on it. I need to do a review on it. I owe them no review. They pay me no money. They sent it out to me out of love. It reflexively has been the light that I just grab and go. Like it's just, hold on, let me grab it. So this is the Phoenix. This is one of their new work lights. They notice, and I talk about their work lights all the time. They sent me one of their newer work lights, and it's been a light that I've just been kind of grabbing and going. This is the Whiskey Foxtrot 25RM. Trash name, tremendous results. It has its own docking station. This docking station charges with this proprietary charger. I don't like that, but you still can just charge this thing, take the battery out and charge it with your own. But it has this clip right here, which I put on my belt loop when I'm walking around. It's super bright, has this heavy duty feel to it. One thing I would say about Phoenix, and they're starting to do this with their newest line of releases they're about to do, is I want them to stop making flashlights so glossy. I want more matte finishes, and they're about to start doing that with some of their new releases. But other than that, this thing is beastly. It's beastly. And the fact is that it doesn't have Type-C charging. So that's kind of one thing I would like to have is a USB-C charging, but the battery itself has USB-C charging. So the flashlight, they want you to use the dock, but let's just say you lose the dock, you hate the dock, whatever. You can just charge the battery with a USB-C, and it's not a proprietary battery. Okay, they're Coast, Olight. if I want to throw another 21-700 in here, I can do that. It's going to work. If I have a Work Ghost one laying around, if I have one laying around from Woobin or some other no-name 21-700, it will work in here just fine. I don't know the lumen output on this. I don't remember that off the top of my head. Somebody can look it up. But this is a great flashlight. I just leave it sitting on my man cave like tool bench. And if I have something to do, literally just grab this, boom, I'm gone. Walk around the house. It just stays in its dock, charged at all time. That thing's a banger. It's a banger. I think we would have to do like a full kind of review on that shit, because the shit's kind of nice, bro. Phoenix is not playing around. Phoenix is not playing around. Mike says, what up, Warrior? Hey, what up there, Motivator? Thanks for kicking the door in as well. Oh, let's see. Phoenix and Nightcore are my two favorites. You know what's so crazy? Because I love Streamlight on my weapons. I like Surefire on my weapons. But I think Streamlight EDC lights are overpriced. I do think that they're pricey. But, you know, I think Coast is really about to penetrate. I think they're going to penetrate with this new weapons light they have come out with for the AR platforms. I think it's going to be nice. I want them to send me the new weapons light that Coast has coming out. I'm going to have a range day with it, and I see if I can do some night shooting with it as well. It looks like it's going to be a banger of a night. I think it's going to pump out 3,000 lumens, which is a ton for a freaking light that goes on a AR platform. I think that's going to be pretty dope. John says, what's one EDC item you hardly use but still carry anyway? Probably a multi-tool. I'm putting together a pouch that I want to be able to walk around the house with. And I have this wall that I'm working on in my house. In the wall, I'm putting wood panels on the wall. I installed a door. I'm doing all this other shit. And I'm like, should I put a multi-tool in my pocket? But I'm like, well, why would I do that? Because right behind me, you can't see it, but I have my Metabo toolbox. And that toolbox has pliers in it. It has wrenches in it. It has slotted screwdrivers and Phillips. And so I'm just like, why would I put a multi-tool in my pocket? But I do anyway. But it's probably a multi-tool. It's probably what I use the least. But everybody's a little bit different. Some people use it. Some people I know, like Max Level EDC, he will just sometimes just EDC a multi-tool. No knife. And he'll use this shit all the time. So everybody's a little bit different. If you're an HVAC guy, an electrician, maybe you're more prone to grab your multi-tool and a clipboard and a pencil and walk into someone's house. Because you walk into someone's house and they want you to check a wall unit. They want you to check a socket or whatever. You could just whip your multi-tool out, your pencil, write some notes. So that maybe that's more prone for you. But, you know, I'm not a blue collar worker, so I don't tend to reflexively go for a multi-tool. You know, but everybody's on. Yeah, the SOG Power Pint is such a slept on multi-tool. I would pick the Power Pint. Now that I've owned the Gerber Dime for like 2 years, the Power Pint I would pick every day. Like I would probably pick the Power Pint. And just because the Dime's tools are hard to get to and they're not the best. They're not the best. But hey guys, I appreciate y'all once again for kicking it with me for another live stream. I'm going to bounce myself up out of here. Go to that upper room, bruh.
What, that upper room, nigga?
It's time to go and end it. I gotta go. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And we will speak soon.